Hello everyone, welcome to the morning call coming to you live from Pointe-Noire in Congo.
And I am Robert Kodingo. Welcome to the Friday morning call broadcast. We're doing this live in French and English. And moving on to what's making news. A country divided by age, class and region. Britons have finally decided to leave the European Union, with campaigners garnering 52% of the votes counted.
Equatorial Guinea's president's son becomes the second most important political figure in the country, an appointment by President Obiang Nguema that's making the headlines in the African newspapers. A researcher sheds more light on the issue.
Cameroon's government is under pressure after allowing the Legislative Council to adopt a controversial penal code allowing immunity to government officials.
And a new initiative that seeks to boost the capacity of electric power generation in Africa has been launched. We talk about this in our business segment.
Thank you very much and welcome for joining us on the morning call. Now, it is a win for 52% of the voters for Britain to lose the European Union, with the impact already being felt after the sterling pound plummeted against the dollar to a three-decade low. UK's England and Wales are said to have supported the vote for Brexit, while Scotland and Northern Ireland was against it.
Well, Europe wakes up to a shocking reality, and it's official. Brexit wins. Nigel Farage, leader of the UK Independence Party, celebrated the victory with his supporters in London. "We have recovered our country," and that's according to his Twitter handle. And it's carnage for global markets. The sterling pound plunges. Victor Muisio with more details.
The UK has voted to leave the European Union after 43 years in a historic referendum. The final results of the Brexit vote indicate a 52% vote for leave to a 48% for remain in a referendum that saw 71.8 voter turnout, which is said to be the highest turnout in a UK election since 1992. The Leave campaign prevailed after voters in Wales and the English Shires backed Brexit in large numbers, despite massive support for the Remain campaign in Scotland and major cities including London. Meanwhile, the British pound nosedived to its lowest level against the US dollar in 31 years as the markets took fright of the news. Some UK media sources have also hinted that Scottish nationalists are already raising the prospect of a second independence referendum.
That was Victor Muisio and Amelinga on that report. Now, we had Dan Whitehead from the UK a little while ago on telephone just to give us details more on the confirmation of the results.
Well, it is confirmed that the UK will be leaving the European Union. 52% of the British public voted for the Leave campaign compared to 48% for the Remain campaign. And it is now waiting now to hear from the British Prime Minister David Cameron as to just how this process is going to begin. We have already heard from Nigel Farage. He's the head of the UK Independence Party, one of the big campaigners here for the Leave campaign. He said that this is a victory for real, ordinary, decent people. So David Cameron, the British Prime Minister, is expected to make a statement imminently, and we will be getting his reaction, whether or not he'll instantly implement what's called Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty. That is a European article which basically allows the process to begin for a European country to leave the EU. It's a 2-year period as soon as that is implemented. He may not do it right away. He may wait a little while because, as I say, once that article is activated, it's 2 years to sort out and negotiate a UK exit.
Now, what about the reaction of the people, and what might probably happen between now and the next 48 hours after Brexit?
Well, that's a very good question, and it is interesting to see how this develops because although 52% of people have voted to leave, it's very close. It's near half and half. So you can argue nearly half of the British public are not happy this morning. They are very upset. This has been a highly passionate campaign across the UK, and they will be severely worried about all sorts of factors, worried about the economy, worried about their house prices, worried about their finances. And we don't know how that's going to go. The pound has dropped against the dollar to a 35-year low this morning. happening already. And people will be watching the markets, the FTSE 100 here in the UK, which is no doubt expected to plummet. And so there is uncertainty, certainly in the next 24 hours, and there is concern among those people. However, 52% of the British public who voted will be celebrating. They'll be looking forward to taking back control, which was the slogan of Vote Leave.
That was Dan Whitehead.